Hello, I'm Janet Greer and I'm the principal at Callaway High School. Welcome to Callaway and welcome to our show CHS4REEL. The mission of Callaway High School is to provide a safe, caring, and rigorous learning environment so that our students will become productive citizens of the 21st century. We have lots of wonderful children and great things that go on in our school. We have one of the most awesome teaching staffs and coaching staffs, just a great compilation of people who do a phenomenal job in working with the young people who attend Callaway High School. Our students have designed and produced this show in conjunction with the City of LaGrange and LGTV 19. We thank them for this opportunity to collaborate and to show you the wonderful things that go on at Callaway each and every day. Come on in and take a look at Callaway High School.
Good morning, my name is Hannah Weddle. Today, here with us, we have a new addition of Callaway High School, Mr. Wemsley. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Wemsley?
Yeah, I come from Georgia Southern University, where I spent 4 years in music school, which was a great experience. And I think it really prepared me to come here. While I was there, I studied voice, piano, did some with guitar, and mostly instrumental things, which led me to coming here.
And let me get this straight, there is a guitar class here this year.
Yep, we have a guitar class. It's the first year we're doing it. I understand you're in that class. And it's a basic and fundamentals of guitar, where we're going to the basics of how to play our 1, 4, 5, 1 cadences, stuff like that, and it'll get the kids involved who are advanced in guitar and some that are just beginning.
What other classes are you teaching?
I do chorus, 3 sections of music appreciation, and band, in addition to guitar class.
Do you enjoy teaching them?
I do. It's a challenge every day to teach so many classes, but it's a really good challenge, and it definitely keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Well, do you enjoy being at Callaway?
Yeah, it's a really great environment. The student body seems really great. The administration's really supportive, and it's a really good place to be, and I'm really glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you too, Mr. Wemsley. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
My name is Dalisha Matthews-Rosser, and I'm reporting live in front of Miss Romine and Miss Hudson's room, the 9th grade English teachers. It's All Right County Week this week. Let's go in and see what it's all about. I'm a freshman, and this is one of my teachers, Miss Hudson. Now I take her for 4th period English. Now I'm curious, why do you all have the classes combined this year?
Well, Ms. Romine and I talked about it. Last year, she and I both taught a majority of 9th grade students, and we decided that it would be a good idea to combine everybody in hopes to give y'all a better experience and a better background in English. We feel like coming from the middle school, sometimes we lose our 9th grade students, and we wanted to work with study skills and the 7 habits of highly effective teenagers, and working with some goal setting along with doing our English program. So we thought that this would be a good idea to put 2 classes together. Are you enjoying the 2 classes together?
I am enjoying it very well. I enjoy your style of teaching, and I enjoy Miss Hudson's style of teaching as well. Miss Romine, I mean.
Well, and that's another thing, that Miss Romine and I are good at different things. So she's really good with drama, I'm better with short stories, so I think we play well off of each other, and the students get more out of the class.
Yes, ma'am. Now I'm curious about the project that we have to do that's due next week. Now, can you tell me a little bit about what that is doing for us?
Well, since you are in the advanced content class, that means your class is a little more difficult than what the regular 9th grade student class has. So that means you have to do some independent research to help build your critical thinking skills. So you are going to read a story, work on your comprehension, and then apply all the things that Ms. Romine and I have been teaching you in 9th grade literature so far.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'm curious. Do you and Ms. Romine ever butt heads at sometimes at different things?
No.
Okay.
Miss Romine and I get along really well.
That's good. Thank you, Ms. Hudson. Now let's go next door and see what Ms. Romine is up to. Can you tell us a little bit about All Right Week?
All Right Week is a countywide program that teaches persuasive writing. We do it in the middle school and here at the high school. And we're hoping to encourage students to be better writers, so when they get to the graduation test, they'll be prepared. They'll know how to break down the prompt, they'll know how to do their drafting, and hopefully they'll pass the writing test. So that's our purpose.
Okay, so what do you do to prepare for the All Right Week?
Well, right now, Miss Romine is helping them break down the writing prompt. She's telling them how to read and understand the prompt, make sure they understand the words in the prompt, make sure they know what the prompt is asking them, what kind of opinion they're supposed to form, whether they're writing a letter, whether they're writing an essay, a diary entry, whatever it is that they're writing. So we're helping them break down the prompt so that they know what they're supposed to do. Then tomorrow we will work on brainstorming their ideas so they'll know how to organize them. And then the next day we will write a rough draft and peer edit, and then the last day will be our final draft, and that will be the paper that Miss Romine and I look over and give information and feedback back to the students.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hudson.
Hola, I'm Alex Gray, and I'm standing here with Senora Bedientes and her Spanish club, and today they're doing a party in honor of the Mexican Independence Day. I was just wanting to ask you a few questions about that, and what the purpose of your Spanish club is, questions like that.
Well, this year is our first year naming a Spanish club, so we have a big group, 50 students signing up or more, yes, for our Spanish club. So the first thing is we want them to motivate them to learn a second language. That's our first, kind of thing. But also we want them to be kind of give something back to the community this time. So we want them to volunteer and to do something for the community. So the first big thing tomorrow, we're gonna do the blood drive. So it's a big thing for us, and we have more than 120 kids signing up for that. So it's gonna be a big day for us tomorrow. And today.
And today we're celebrating Mexican independence, and also it's celebration for other Central American countries. Our motto is Pura Vida, and Pura Vida comes from Costa Rica, which is the ultimate happiness in life. And that's what we really want to give back, is happiness.
All right, so in your community efforts, what exactly are you doing other than the blood drive, of course?
Well, so far we have that blood drive, and also the Kid Club in this school do a lot of things for the community. So we are talking to them about getting together. I think it's like a small group, and we are a big group. So I think together we can do something for the community, and we are welcome to ideas. I mean, yes.
Well, it seems like you got a pretty big group here. How do you feed all of the students during your parties?
Well, it's a miracle. I don't know. Everybody brings something, and the important thing for us is to get involved as a group and to know each other. We don't come here just to eat and then just that's it. So we come here to be together as a group. So it doesn't matter we don't have a lot of food.
Well, I noticed you earlier. You were fixing something over there. What were you?
We fix quesadillas. We quesadillas for them. Yes. Then we're good.
They're good. All right.
Yeah.
I do appreciate your time.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Spanish Club. Enjoy your party.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Cavaliers. This is CSPN's Sideline Spotlight, where we'll be going over sports game highlights and interviewing the best of the best. I'm Terry Ann Reisinger.
And I'm Hannah Weddle. Our reporters spoke with the cross-country coach, Coach Downfree, and 3 volleyball players, Georgia Alford, Daphne Lucio, and Kaylee Bailey. Didn't you get the chance to speak with Coach Wiggins?
I did. Here's a clip from the interview.
Thanks for giving us the time to interview you, Coach. What are some of our goals as a team, and how will we reach them?
Well, our goals are always to come out and practice hard and to work hard all summer long, and we always try to build on last year's success. And over the last 4 or 5 years, we've had some great football teams, and We've had a state quarterfinal appearance. We've had 2 10-win seasons. Last year we made it to the second round of the playoffs, and you always want to build on that success from what you had the previous years.
What are some of our strengths and weaknesses as a team?
Well, our strengths, everybody's heard of Ricky Parks and Jeffrey Cameron and Albert and John, and those guys have been around a long time, and they played a lot of ball. So obviously that's some of our strengths with just pure experience. I feel like our coaching staff is one of our strengths. We've been together now going on 7 years, and we haven't had any turnover. We had a couple of additions this year, and Coach Deano Martin, Coach Kurt Napier, Coach Tommy Traylor, and they've been really good for us, and they've got great relationships with the kids, and I just feel like that's a great strength for us. As far as weaknesses go, we've got a young football team right now. A lot of people don't realize that, but this past Friday night against Lovett, we had 2 freshmen play the majority of the game. We had a lot of sophomores play, but that's a good thing. It's not necessarily a weakness, because I feel like we're playing great football right now, so it's a good sign for the future.
All right, well, last but not least, what is your favorite part about coaching football?
Well, growing up, I always loved my coaches. I still do. And I've always felt like it's hard to replace the feeling you get on Friday nights. It's just the atmosphere, the camaraderie amongst both coaches and players and the community. I mean, you see a community come together, and over the last 6-7 years at Callaway, I've seen the school grow and get stronger every day. And I've seen a tradition built that's known across the state, and so that's a big part of why I do what I do. I enjoy that camaraderie, and ultimately I think the word's relationships. The relationships you build with kids. Like I mentioned in the first statement I made, is I love my high school football coaches, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for Harlan Robinson or Bobby Ray Green or David Mobley or Bart Young, and I think about those guys, Coach Tim Smith, and I think about them a lot, and the sacrifices they made for me, and it's probably why I'm here right now. So I go back to that word relationships. Relationships you build with kids throughout. There's a lot of hard times on the practice field. There's a lot of hard times on Friday nights, so if kids can get through that adversity, again, I think football is one of the great, I think it prepares kids for on down the road stuff. We talked yesterday, we talk often about there's always adversities that you'll face a lot greater than Friday nights as you get older, and I think it's a great way for kids to learn to work through problems and work through hard times and basically work together with a team toward a common goal, and that's all part of that relationships that I'm talking about.
All right, well, thank you, Coach, giving us the time to do this. Coach Pete Wiggins on CSPN Sideline Spotlight. You know, we're really lucky to have such an experienced football coach like Coach Wiggins.
We are. We're also lucky to have Coach Jalfrey coaching her first year of cross country at Callaway High School. In fact, some of our reporters got to speak with her.
Let's watch it.
Yeah.
I'm Jamaris Jackson.
And I'm Dacre Lucia.
And today we're with Ms. Jalfrey, the head cross country coach. So, Ms. Jalfrey, we understand that this is your first year coaching.
It is my first year coaching cross country here at Callaway, and it's been awesome so far.
What are your goals for the cross country?
Well, the initial goals were to have a team. For some reason, endurance running is not very popular, and so we had to work on recruitment, especially with our girls, and we were quite successful. We now have a girls varsity and JV team, and we have a boys varsity and JV team. Right. So that's progress in itself. Of course, I would like them to do very well at the meets. So we're on our second meet. We've been doing great.
So I understand that you put an emphasis on health.
I did. I was the big bad coach. I made him sign a nutrition contract that said they couldn't have sodas and energy drinks and had to avoid all those things that they like to consume on the weekend, because we have to fuel our engine, and if you put junky gas, you're not going to run like a sports car. So, and we want to be fast.
So you've had 2 cross-country meets, right?
Yes.
2. Tell me how those went.
They're good. Of course, we're not the top team. I have most of my team. We've only been running for about 5 weeks. We are competing against teams that they've been running for 5 years or more, and they have personal running coaches. And so as we improve, so does everybody else. So we're basically staying around in the same place. I've got a couple of good runners. We have Madison Norris. She set some records here at Callaway, and she's just a freshman. So I'm excited to see what my freshmen and sophomores do. We have a really young team, so we're going to build that up.
What were the records that she set?
She set the 22:13 in our first meet. That was the fastest time a Callaway girl has finished a 5K. So I can't even run a 22:15, so honor to her.
What do you do to prepare them for their meets and to get them better?
We run like crazy people. So we do hills, we do sprint work, we do tempo runs, we do long runs. Last week we ran about 6 miles. So when you see your runner on the side of the road, if you're over here by Callaway, it's probably us. So slow down.
I'm understanding, as what you're saying is, you never do the same thing.
I try not to, because I don't want them to get too comfortable. I want their body to know what it's like to change up. In cross country, we're not on a track, and it's not always flat. So they're jumping over stumps, and they're going up hills and down hills, and they're in grass, they're in mud, they're in sand, they're in dirt. So they need to adjust and have that body ready to go and adjust at any moment.
Well, I think it sounds like you have it all under control.
We'll see.
Is there any last words you would like to tell people? And
I would love, especially if there's some Callaway students watching this, I would love for you guys to come out for cross country. It's never too late to try out for the team. We need more. And middle schoolers, 7th and 8th graders, I would love to train you up, and that way you can be a competitive runner when you get here to high school.
Well, as we see, cross country is on a roll.
got a good plan going on.
If you're interested in joining the cross-country team, just stop by Coach Daffrey's room and she'll give you the information.
Last but not least, our reporters JJ and Tyra got to speak with 3 of our volleyball players, Daiquiri Lucio, Kaylee Bailey, and Georgia Alford.
I'm Jamaris Jackson.
And I'm Tyra Armstrong, and this is CHS4REEL.
Today we're highlighting volleyball players at CHS.
I'm Georgia Alford.
I'm Kaylee Bailey. And I'm Daiquiri Lucio.
So personally, how do y'all feel about volleyball? Like, how's the program going?
It's going really good.
I came to love it. I really didn't think I was going to come out to love it. I just wanted to do something, and it turned out to be one of the most important things to me.
And what's the best feeling about playing?
When there's a rally going on, and you really want to get that point going, and one of your teammates gets the kill, and we get that point, and it's just, it's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
So honestly, how do y'all feel about your coach?
She's
awesome.
Yeah, she's
awesome. A really good coach. She really is. Like, she has her days, and then we have our really good days, and
we have our bad days, and I mean, she's a
really
really good
we seem
coach.
to get
We've learned
through
a
it.
lot and come through so much. Come so far.
So, Daiquiri, you seem the most interested in playing. Do you want to play in college or professionally?
I really do. Hopefully, if I get accepted to the University of Texas, I can play for them. They're a really good team.
Have you looked into going there?
Yes, I have.
So what about you, Georgia?
I really am looking forward to playing volleyball in college, probably, hopefully, for UGA.
UGA. And you?
I think I'm with Daiquiri on that one. I want to go to Texas and play.
Right. So I understand y'all went through a hard training this summer.
Yes, we did. A lot
going on. How do y'all manage to play the sport, do after school things like at home or study for school?
You have to put in a schedule for it. You have to mark it down, and
Like, it's your student athlete, so
it's your job.
You have to bring your work first before your sports. And so we basically stay up studying and get done whatever we have to get done and be ready for tomorrow.
And your grades are really good.
Really
So
good
far,
this year.
always.
Okay.
So what are y'all consequences for losing a game?
Running.
Running.
We run
a lot.
But we also get pep talks during and after.
Right.
Like if we're not doing so good in the beginning, we usually go to the locker room and we let out everything that's bothering us, and we really come through.
So what do y'all do differently in the next game?
We try harder, we communicate louder.
We work together.
We work together as a team.
Put our anger aside until after the court.
Put everything that's outside of volleyball, put it away, and just think about volleyball on your team.
So it sounds like y'all have a pretty strong team this year.
We really do.
You know, y'all. I understand y'all have a game today.
JV does.
JV does,
game.
but we're going to be there to support them because they're still part of our family.
100%.
100%.
So, as we see, our CHS volleyball team is on point.
This has been the first edition of CSPN's Sideline Spotlight. I'm Terry Reisinger.
And I'm Hannah Weddle.
See you on the sidelines.
Hi, I'm Dacry. I'm here with the president of STUCO, Student Council, which is Braylon Simpson, and the president of the senior class, Callie Montgomery. So Braylon, can you tell me about yourself and the activities that you're involved in?
Well, sure. As she said before, I am the Student Council president. I do a lot of things. I'm actually in ROTC, I'm in yearbook, I'm on the travel crew here, which we're going to be going on a trip to China for spring break.
Are you excited?
Yes, okay. but but actually right now, you know, that I have a lot of things going on right now. But as for Student Council, we have the big thing that we're really concentrating on now is homecoming. And so what we're doing with that is we're talking about floats, the parade, the actual homecoming week, where we get to dress up and do things, you know, every day of that week.
I bet everyone's excited for that.
Yes, like a lot of people want to do pajama days and things like that. And then in addition to that, we have the food closet that we have to sort of replenish because
What is the food closet?
The food closet is just a endless bank of food that we have like on call for whenever, you know, somebody needs it and things like that. For right now, the goal that we have is to get at least one can from each student. So they'll give us at least $8.50 around that number. And I think that'll be a nice little amount that we'll have in there. And in addition to that, we're also trying to live up to our national recognition because we're a gold recognized council. And so this year we're actually having to have meetings and things like that to make sure that we keep things on record and things like that. So that's about it.
So you're involved with a lot of things.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have a lot on your mind, I can see.
Yes, I'm running place to place every day. So,
well, good luck with that and have fun with all the activities you're doing.
Thank you.
So Callie, what are the activities that ROTC does and the trips and the last trips that you guys have been on?
Okay, well, I'm a senior and I've been here at Callaway for 4 years. I'm currently the corps commander for ROTC. I've played volleyball for the past 3 years and I'm managing it this year. I'm also a color guard commander, and so I have a whole bunch on my plate too, just like Braylon. In ROTC right now, we are planning a Huntsville trip we're planning a trip to Huntsville, Alabama, to the Rocket Museum, and it sounds like it's going to be a fun trip. There's a whole bunch to do there and learn. We are also getting ready for our big inspection this year. We're trying to get all the inventory right and just get it all together for when the big inspectors come, and that's going to be a big thing this year. And I'm glad I'm in charge of it so I can make sure it's done right.
What inspired you to be in ROTC?
Well, I needed help with college. I wasn't sure how I was going to pay for college, and with ROTC, I'm aiming to get the Georgia Military Scholarship and go to North Georgia College and State University and become a special education / early childhood education major. And that's what I want to do. And just ROTC will help me and promote me to be a better citizen.
What were the previous trips that you had, like, with ROTC?
We've gone to Pensacola. We've also gone to Valdosta. We have a softball team, and we go to Valdosta every year to play softball. I've also been to color guard competitions. I've been to Dahlonega and Jacksonville, Florida, for color guard competitions.
So you enjoy what you do?
I do enjoy it.
That's great. Well, you've heard from our seniors, and they enjoy what they do, all the activities that they're in. Thank you, ladies.
Hi, my name is Lacey Jones, and today I'm interviewing Coach Corey Holscher. She is the girls weight training coach here at Callaway High. Okay, What would you like to instill in your students as a teacher?
Well, I would love for them to know that personal fitness is a lifetime goal and a lifetime skill. And what you do here and the skills that you've learned and the activities that we've taught you here, those can be carried on into everyday life. And it's so important to remember personal fitness. And I know your schedules get really busy, as does mine, but it's important to always find that time for that physical activity.
Okay, and what would you say that one thing that you would want your students to take with them after they graduate that you have put in their lives?
I think it's so important, goal setting. Goal setting is really big. Always push yourself to hit the goal that you always want, and once you hit that goal, guess what? Make another goal. It never ends. Life continues. What you learn here is going to implement those goals, and activities that you use can be implemented into everyday life and adapted.
Okay, and what would you say would be your favorite thing that you love the most about being the weight training coach here?
Well, besides you girls, my favorite thing is the fact that you guys are experiencing something I never did in high school. I wish every day that I had learned the skills and the activities I've learned here. I think it would have made my collegiate experience even more memorable. I just hope that you guys appreciate what you have here because generations in past did not have these rights as women in athletics. And it's just exciting for me to see how the interest for females here in Callaway, athletes and non-athletes, has grown. And it's just exciting. We have to build 2 classes now to fit all weightlifting for girls. So I'm just excited the interest is growing.
Okay, and I'd just like to thank you for having this interview with me today.
My pleasure, Lacey. Thank you for having me.